Before I get into what I want to talk about in this video, I want to first of all send well wishes to Rodri. The last thing I wanted as a Gunner is to have an opposition player, especially one super talented like Rodri, to be out for the season. I love healthy competition. I love fair competition. I do want no excuses as well. I believe we can win this league and I want us to do it fairly. I don't want anybody to look back at this season and say that it's because Rodri was injured, even though I feel like that would be inevitable. No matter if Man City were going to be full strength or we're going to be full strength, they will find an excuse. That's what rival fans do. But none of it would have been credible. And I feel like if Rodri is truly injured, it could be credible. So I want to send my well wishes. I know he's flown to Spain to see some other doctors. I hope it's not as grave as initially feared, and it's just something that maybe he's out for a couple of months and he can come back to face the season. I do not want that, and I want to also add that Partey did not do anything wrong. We'll watch this video together and you can see that he does absolutely nothing to Rodri. It's just a weird fall to his knee, something twisted, and it was just an unlucky situation. If you look at it properly, Partey did absolutely nothing to Rodri. But from me, and I know I'm speaking for a lot of Arsenal fans, well wishes to Rodri, wish you quick recovery. Before we get into the video, I'd just like to say that now that I'm monetized, finally, every single view directly puts money into my bank account. And I would like to ask for a favor. If you can like this video and leave a comment, it truly, truly helps to get this video to a wider audience. As much as I love talking about the game, the beautiful game, it truly helps to get a little bit of change here and there. And you can help me with that. So go ahead and click like and engage with me in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this video because it truly, truly helps out. Now, let's get back into the video. And now onto the main issue. You see this Haaland situation, Haaland picking the ball up and smacking it on Gabriel's head, at the back of his head. I don't know how you explain that. And to hear that is being reported now that he's getting away with it. They're seeing that they don't want to take further action. It absolutely doesn't make sense to me. And I know I have a lot of City fans here. And, no matter what team you support, let me know what you feel in the comment. Why is he getting away with this? Why is this not an issue? Especially, and now this is important, Miles Lewis-Kelly, the 17-year-old that made his Premier League debut for Arsenal, who, this is probably a trivia question someday, the only player to be booked in a league before he actually makes his debut. Miles Lewis-Kelly was booked before he actually made his debut in the Premier League, which is crazy. He was booked for what? Unsporting behavior. That is what the VAR told the referee. They radioed into him and said he did an unsporting behavior. Go book him. But you watch that back. You see, after you score a goal, you're celebrating and you pick the ball up and you throw it behind a player's head, behind an opposition player's head. What do you call that? That is proper sporting behavior? For the life of me, I cannot make sense of it. I watched it back yesterday and I'm like, okay, definitely something's going to happen. Maybe they miss it on the day. They have to at least give him a couple of game ban because it's well deserved. But no, nothing came out of that. VAR on the day okayed it. They said it was okay. And now we're hearing that even after going back, they're looking at it and they're about to let him off with nothing, not even a warning. And it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Let me know if you can explain it. What would you say? That maybe it was nothing. It's just what's the word? Maybe just the adrenaline pushing him. It was an incredible moment. That's crazy because none of that was afforded to Trossard, who was desperately trying to win the possession and start the counter for Arsenal. And even you can see footages of the referee with the whistle still in his mouth when Trossard was making contact with the ball. None of that was afforded to Trossard. None of that emotions that is part of the game was afforded to Trossard. But you can use it as an excuse for someone picking up the ball and throwing it at the back of the head of an opposition player. I also want to add that on the Sky Sports News post-match, studio conversations, post-match stuff, Roy Keane actually said that this isn't. We love feistiness during the game, but not like this. Not picking the ball up and smacking it behind the player. Said that is not allowed. That is against the law. I love it. I grew up with Roy Keane, and I tell you, he's probably the nastiest player I've ever watched in my life. I grew up hating his guts because he was always fighting Arsenal and Patrick Vieira. I hated his guts, and even he can attest to the fact that Haaland did something incredibly crazy and definitely unsportsmanship-like, but he's getting away with it. It doesn't make sense to me, But maybe you can make sense of it for me. Let me know in the comments. And now to the other point about Walker and the referee not letting him get back in position. I found this still that I'm probably going to put up right here. Look at this image again. I put out a video yesterday criticizing the ref heavily because he was an awful referee, even for both sides. For both sides. Look at this still. Look at where Walker is. In this situation, mind you, he called the two captains. He called Kyle Walker and he called Saka. If you look at this image thoroughly, you can see where Saka is in the halfway circle. And look at Walker. Even he's even behind, more behind than Martinelli. So what is this situation? What is this excuse that I'm hearing about Walker not being allowed to get back in position? He's back in position. This arrow shows you right here. Look at Martinelli. Look at Kyle Walker. He just wasn't paying attention. And if you see, Thomas Partey is about to let the ball go. He's about to play that up through ball to Martinelli. How do you explain this? What do you mean by the referee didn't let him get back in position? Look at Saka. Saka is all the way in the center circle. Walker is back in position. All these are just excuses. And I'm glad Pep Guardiola didn't even try to excuse it. He said that it's Walker's fault. Hence why he kicked the chair. Because he's back in position, he just wasn't paying attention. And even if you let the game play out, Walker was still back in position. It's not as if Martinelli dribbled him and then scored a goal. He squared it back. Silvinho didn't mark his man in Calafiori. He left him wide open and the shot was beautiful and he went to the back of the net. That's just excuses, and I hope that this debunks all this situation with Man City fans and saying, oh, the referee didn't let him go back. I understand that it's frustrating, but if you look at the evidence, nothing was done wrong to Kyle Walker on this goal. He was back in position and just wasn't concentrated enough. And now for the people who were saying Arsenal packed the bus, this is for the salty Chelsea, Manchester United fans, who want to, who hate us, who hate to see Arsenal doing well. I actually understand that. I get it. You never want to see your rivals doing exceptionally well. You don't want to. So you find everything and nitpick. They were talking about Arsenal packed the bus. Obviously, in the second half, my opinion, if you're defending the lead, we were 2-1 up at halftime against the team Manchester City. Unbelievable squad, incredible team, incredibly attacking wise, they're probably one of the best in the world. If you have a lead against them, what do you mean we should not defend? You want us to open up? Look at the facts. Look at the stats from the first half. First half, obviously possession, they were overwhelmed favorites. 67% to Arsenal's 33. Shots 5-4. And on target, 2-2. Unfortunately for Man City, we scored out 2 goals. We scored with both shots on target. That's not on us. And I bet you Trossard, if he just was a little more better with his kicking at that the square play from Martinelli, we probably would have been an extra goal up. If Gabriel headed his ball properly, it would have been another goal up. People acting like Arsenal were packing the bus. We let them have the first 30 or so minutes. We tried to play out, but Man City are an incredible team. We had to be pragmatic. But after the 35th minute, we took charge of the game up until the red card, in my opinion. This looks like a team that came to pack the bus. Even if we did, a Chelsea fan telling me about packing the bus, complaining that Arsenal are parking the bus, where's your pride? This is what you guys were known for about a decade, and you want to talk to an Arsenal fan about that? Makes absolutely no sense. And to the Chelsea, to the Liverpool, to the Manchester United fans, and to the Spurs fans that expected us to go to the Etihad and open up or spread our legs wide open for Manchester City to play with. That's what you guys expected us to do. Look at your stats. 6-0, 5-0, 3-0, 4-1. This is what you wanted us to do because we were 10 men. This is you guys with 10 men. We got a draw. Instead of applauding, you're finding reasons to hate. And I actually get it. It is fair. Honestly, it's fair. You hate Arsenal being successful. I get it. I would hate Manchester United and the rest of them being successful as well. So I get it. All is fair. But I just came to debunk strategically every single complaint from rival fans. And I hope I've done a good job. If you look at the facts, if you analyze everything properly, you would actually see that a lot of your claims are just wrong. I know a lot of you are going off in the last video, and I respect it. I appreciate the people, especially who disagreed with me respectfully. Some of them weren't respectful, but I don't expect respect always. I'm on a public platform. I expect that. But if you're disagreeing with me, just try to be a little more polite. I'm very polite with you guys as well. Please subscribe if you're new here. Like this video as well. It helps to push it forward, and share it. And make sure you engage. Let me know your thoughts on every single topic I raised right now. So yeah, until next time. Take care. God bless. Peace.